shotgun, I usually just get on revolver, just in case I need to make head holes. And then for his gadget, I use impacts. For Capcan, you're going to want to use the 9x19 every time. This is that horrible shotgun that Finka had. Pistol, it's personal preference. They're both pretty much the same. And then his gadget, he used to have a C4, which was great, but they took that away, so now I usually just run the barb. If you want to run the BP, you can, like, put the BP right in front of a door and get on it. They might be distracted by the BP and just run through cap cans. It's not a bad idea, but I usually run barb. It's just better. For Tachanka, it kind of depends. You could run the 9x19 with the ACOG if you want, or you could run the LMG. Definitely going to run bearing 9 as a secondary, and for his gadget, you're going to run the shield. For Jaeger, you're going to want to use the carbon. He only has one pistol, and then I use the BP. I don't know why the observation blocker's on. Bandit, you're going to run MP7, only one pistol again, and then C4. For Frost, you're going to want to use the 9mm. It's an SMG, but it's like basically AR. It does a lot of damage. This Super 90 is just horrible. You're never going to want to use that. And then you're going to use the ITA shoddy secondary. I run the shield on Frost. The BP's an okay option if you have no cams, no Valk or anything, no other BP's, but I'd run the shield. For Valk, you're going to run the MPX and the Deagle, and then you're going to run C4s. For Caveira, it kind of depends on what you're going to do. The shotgun's usually a better pick. And then she only has one pistol, and then I run impacts on Cav. On Echo, you're usually going to play him for this SMG with an ACOG. The Supernova is not a bad shotgun, but the SMG is better, and then I run bearing 9 secondary with impacts. But the shield's also a good pick. If your team needs a shield, you can always switch over to the shield. You don't need the impacts that badly. For Mira, you're going to want to use the Vector and the ITA shoddy with the C4. So for Legion, it's personal preference on what you're going to do. The T5 has like no recoil, so you could run the T5, or the shotgun is always a good pick because the shotgun is OP. I know it only has 46 damage, but it's like an automatic shoddy if you shoot it quick enough, and it has no damage drop off pretty much. So it depends on how you're going to play. Usually, if you're going to run the shotgun, you're going to run pistol secondary. If you're going to run that T5, use super shoddy. And then I use BP. The observation blockers are pretty useless in most cases.